Meow, my friends. It seems Putin's playground expansion project is in full swing, and NATO's got its whiskers in a twist. Mark Rutte, the former Dutch Prime Minister turned NATO big cheese, has just dropped a bombshell that's got everyone's tails puffed up. He's calling for NATO nations to crank up their military piggy banks to a whopping 3% of GDP by 2030. My friends, that's enough to make even the most stoic Siamese cat do a double take. Let's scratch beneath the surface of this litter box, shall we? Currently, only 23 out of 32 NATO countries are hitting the 2% mark. It's like a cat cafe where only the Persians are catching mice. Poland's the top Mauser, splashing out 4.7%, while Italy and Spain are lounging in the sun with a measly 1.49 and 1.28% respectively. It's as if they're bringing catnip toys to a lion fight. But why the sudden urge to sharpen our claws? Well, it seems our friend Vladimir Putin has decided to turn Russia into the world's biggest scratching post. They're planning to pump 7 to 8% of their GDP into defence by 2025. That's more tanks than I have lives. And let's not forget they've been busy little Russian blues in Ukraine, gobbling up 6 times more territory in 2024 than the year before. It's like they're playing a real-life game of capture the catnip mouse, and NATO's not too thrilled about it. Rutte's not purring softly either. He's yowling that we're facing the worst security situation in his lifetime. My whiskers are twitching with concern. He's even gone as far as to say, we need a wartime mindset. Meow. I don't know about you, but that phrase has me coughing up hairballs of worry. It's like we're all extras in a Tom Clancy novel, but with more fur and less opposable thumbs. But here's the hairball, my friends. Rutte's not just talking to the fat cats in suits. Oh no, he's appealing directly to us common tabbies. He's basically saying, listen up, you 1 billion NATO citizens. How about we trade in our healthcare and pensions for some shiny new tanks? I mean, who needs a hip replacement when you can have a hypersonic missile, right? It's like choosing between premium cat food and a diamond-studded collar. Tough choices in these trying times. Meow, let's talk numbers for a moment. NATO's been splashing the cash lately, to the tune of 40 billion euros in military aid for Ukraine in 2025. That's enough to buy every cat in Europe a lifetime supply of gourmet tuna. And they've set up a swanky new command centre in Wiesbaden, Germany. It's like NATO's version of the ultimate cat tree, but with more computers and fewer scratching posts. But here's where it gets as tangled as a ball of yarn, my feline friends. With Donald Trump potentially making a comeback to the White House, NATO's piggy banks are shaking like a cat in a room full of rocking chairs. Trump's been known to give NATO members a right telling off for not coughing up enough dosh. It's like you're human checking your treat stash and finding out you've been sharing with the neighbourhood strays. And let's not forget about Ukraine's recent flexing of its whiskers. In August 2024, President Zelensky announced they'd successfully tested domestically produced ballistic missiles. It's like watching a kitten suddenly grow lion-sized claws. Impressive, but slightly terrifying for the mice. I mean, Russians. Meanwhile, the UK and France are preparing new military packages for Ukraine, adding more fuel to this geopolitical catnip party. It's like watching 2 alley cats bring increasingly bigger fish to impress their feline crush. Meow, the arms race is heating up faster than a sunbeam on a windowsill. So, what's the bottom line? Well, it seems NATO's decided that if they don't spend more meow mix money meow, they'll be paying through the whiskers later. It's like trying to fix a leaky water bowl with a paw pad. Eventually, you're going to need to shell out for a proper fix. But let's not forget the potential consequences of all this military spending. We might be trading our comfy cat beds for cold, hard tanks. Imagine a world where instead of catnip, we're high on the scent of gunpowder. It's enough to make a cat consider becoming a pacifist mouse. And speaking of mice, if you want to keep your whiskers twitching with the latest geopolitical gossip, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. It's the only way to ensure you're fully armed, with information, that is. After all, in this game of cat and mouse between NATO and Russia, knowledge is power, and maybe a few extra lives wouldn't hurt either. Remember, my friends, whether you're Team NATO or Team, I'd rather spend my money on cat food. One thing's for sure, the world's getting a bit too interesting for my 9 lives. But don't worry, as long as there's news to report, I'll be here, bringing you the facts with a side of sardonic wit and a sprinkle of catnip. I'm Ron de Parmesan, and this has been another News Cat special report. Thank you for watching, And don't go far because another breaking story is right around the corner. Stay curious, my feline friends.